Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. You know what's going on. I am your host, Cam Silver,
I am your co-host Kyle Silver.
and you're now tuning into another episode of the Silver Boys Podcast. Oof.
hmm
Week 2 was interesting to say the least.
Some barn burners, definitely some blowouts, which we expected between certain teams. Um, definitely it was a mix of a week, It was definitely like a mix. We got some highs and we got some lows at the same time.
Definitely, definitely. But yeah, let's just go through it. So, Ravens defeated the Browns 41 to 17. Cowboys defeated the Giants in overtime 40 to 37. Seahawks shockingly defeat the Steelers 31 to 17. Rams defeat the Titans 31 to 19. Bengals beat the Jaguars 31 to 27. Bills beat the Jets 30 to 10. Patriots beat the Dolphins 33 to 27. Niners beat the Saints 26 to 21. Lions beat the Bears 52 to 21. Colts beat the Broncos 29 to 28. Cardinals beat the Panthers 27 to 22. Eagles beat the Chiefs 20 to 17. Falcons beat the Vikings 22 to 6. Bucks beat the Texans 20 to 19. And to finish off, the Chargers beat the Raiders 20 to 9.
Man, some of them scores, you got to raise an eyebrow like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, genuinely. Um, I mean, I guess you want to start off with the Giants,
Yeah,
Cowboys?
yeah, let's do it. So yeah,
Yeah, go ahead,
Cowboys.
brother. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So Cowboys defeated the Giants in overtime 40 to 37. Russell Wilson at the end of the game, he was able to connect on a long deep pass to Malik Neighbors and tie up the game to force it into overtime. And they got to stop.
That
I mean,
wasn't the end of the game, Cam. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
oh yeah, no, no, no. That's why I said you went to overtime. Giants got themselves a much needed stop, and then Russell Wilson hit you with an interception at the wrong time. He just left that ball in the air too long, and it wasn't even near Neighbors either, which was the crazy part. And Neighbors was actually open too, which was crazy to me as well. But yeah, Cowboys they capitalized on it, was able to kick a field goal, and then yeah, that's how you got your 40 to 37 score.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys just essentially how I feel. The Cowboys have the best kicker in the league with Brandon Aubrey. I mean, that man, especially in a dome, he could hit it from about 65, 70 yards away. And that's been proven. So I'm just a little more upset that we allowed it to be in the Cowboys' hands, especially at the end of overtime and at the end, I'm sorry, at the end of the regulation and at the end of overtime. Um, Man, that defense, I had a lot of hopes for that defense, for the Giants defense. I think they played good and bad. I think it's a real gray area, genuinely, because I'm under the mindset of no more than 21 and our offense could get through it. Don't allow no more than 21 points in our offense, I think can push. And Russell Wilson, after all the talks, he proved that.
Hmm.
Definitely proved that. I mean, that man had 400 yards. He had what, almost 300 by halftime.
Basically, yeah, he was cooking.
So, I mean, he at least showed that he could get back into, that old school Russ. But it ended up coming to bite him, is how I feel. Especially at the end, because you can tell when they did the replay that Russell Wilson, he eyes closed, he just threw that thing up. And it was like Malik's there somewhere.
Yeah,
Um, that's how I feel about it. That's how I saw it. Like genuinely meaning like threw that thing up. Is it and Malik was going to the out route, trying to get out of bounds. So you could tell that there was a little bit of miscommunication right then and there. But I mean, Russ played his butt off, dude, and I can't sit here and knock him at all. Genuinely, I think he played his butt off, especially against the Cowboys defense. They ended up scoring 37 points. I just wanted us to get a touchdown. I'm gonna just end it there. I just wanted us to get one touchdown this week, and he gave me a couple. Him and Malik gave me a couple, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
yeah, yeah. No, that was a game where it was one of those. I'm like, all right, either the Giants are gonna get blown out or it's gonna be close. There was no in between for me on that one. And I was with you, honestly. I just wanted to see them move the ball. I want them to I just wanted to see the positives. in that Giants team that we got to see in preseason, in which we got to see. But one thing that did stick out to me was the penalties. Too many penalties. 14 penalties for 160 yards, and six more were either offset penalties or declined. Shoot, the person I'm pissed off at the most is James Hudson. What in the world are you doing getting how many? He had
Four
four or five,
consecutive
four consecutive penalties. How do you, as an offensive lineman, how do you get two unnecessary roughness penalties and two false starts? I could understand the false starts happening here and there. That's gonna happen. That's inevitable. Everybody gets a false start. But the unnecessary roughness, brother, what are you doing? Yeah, smacking dude in the head, and then I understand he had you in a headlock, but then after that, when everyone's moving on to the next play, you still got the dude with your arm on his neck.
on the
As if
ground at that, right in front of the quarterback and the referee.
exactly in front of the head referee.
And then I'm gonna also bring up the fact that he just didn't know snap counts. He didn't know.
Clearly, because he was gone way
He
before
was
the ball
way
was
too
even.
early. It wasn't like it was right then and there, like you see with some false starts. No, he was moving a yard, 2 yards back, or 2 yards in front. So, man, Brian Dable should have took him out after the second or third one. To be quite honest with you,
Bro,
I think he left him in there too long.
the audacity of James Hudson to be mad at the fact that he got benched. Like, dude, you literally, like, let's be honest right there. If the Giants score on that drive right there, that could possibly be the thing that determined the game at the end.
The Giants had about like 6 to 7 penalties for like 100 plus yards, and we were still about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Hmm.
Preparation is important. Everybody needs to know their job is the most important thing. And James Hudson just he didn't know his job. He didn't know snap counts. He maybe he just wasn't listening in the huddle. I don't know. Maybe he was a little too nervous. I don't know. But yeah, unacceptable to say the least. Just unacceptable. Move on to the next one, brother.
Hey, you guys got a tough one next week. So, but
Don't remind me.
so Seahawks were able to defeat the Steelers 31 to 17. Ugh, just horrible. And I mean, ugh, this expensive defense that we have. And they're not producing at all. Like they just have to figure it out. They have to get it together, running the ball. Like everybody can run on them. I just seen a stat. When teams run away from TJ Watt, they gain 6 yards per attempt. When they run towards TJ, it's 2.5 yards per attempt. And the
Impact
problem
player.
is, yeah, and also the problem is they overload the side that TJ's on. So if I have at least three guys on defense on one side and then four on the other side, which way do you think the offense is gonna go? As long as you get a hat on a hat, the run game works all the time.
Hmm.
And that's all the teams are doing. They're just playing the numbers game when it comes to the defense, and they can't figure it out. And then also the way that the way that they have their corners playing, they're playing on the inside, and that's what's allowing, these shallow crosses to get wide open on the back end because you're leaving your safety right there to make a decision, and whatever decision he makes is not going to be the right decision because guess what? Someone's going to be open. So. That's where the frustration is right there on the defense. On the offensive side, need to figure out how to get Aaron Rodgers a little more comfortable. He's still making things happen, but at his age, I don't need him to make these types of things happen. I need him, I want him to be more on schedule because that's when he's most comfortable. Also, when he's getting the ball out very quickly too.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
shout out to the Seahawks though. They came in, they did exactly what they needed to do, especially after an ugly loss against San Francisco. So congrats to them. The Bengals were able to defeat the Jaguars 31 to 27. Um, wow. Yeah, this one hurts for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow. For those who don't know, he has turf toe. They tried to hold off on surgery, tried to get a second opinion, but even the second and third opinions all said he needs surgery. So once the swelling goes down, that's when he will get surgery. So still not too sure on that, but surgery is looking like he will be out at least 3 months.
Yeah, which is just, I mean, if it's not one thing with the Bengals in the beginning of the year, man, it's another. Like, genuinely, worse luck in the first 4 to 5, 6 weeks in a season, like, genuinely in the beginning of a season. And we're talking more than that right now. Um, man, I mean, shout out to them for pulling out the dub, genuinely speaking. But I mean, without Joe Breezy, man, yeah, I mean, where are you gonna be at? You know,
Yeah, it's like
3 months is a very long time in the NFL.
yeah, we're talking he probably won't be back till middle of December, you know?
And
So
so, and if they're even at least in a competitive position, like, they could just be, they could not win a game for all we know from here on out at the same time, you know? And
yeah,
then you come back at, in middle of December, your season's pretty much decided by that point.
right, right. Now the backup that they have, Jake Browning, he's not that bad. He's really good. He held it down for
Hmm.
them a couple years ago when Burrow had went out. But yeah, like you said, if it's not one thing, it's another because at the beginning of the season, it's either someone's hurt or you're starting off 0 and 2, 1 and 2, 0 and 3 or whatever.
Or you didn't pay your star player yet.
Or you
Don't
didn't
forget
pay your
that one
starting
too.
player yet. Yes, yes, that too. So frustrating for the Bengals. But that one's just gonna be, we'll just see.
It's just sad to see. Let me say real quick. It's sad to see Joe Burrow go down again. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
it's getting to a point almost. Like,
It.
I don't want to have that conversation just yet at all. I'm just saying it's getting to a point, brother.
I'll put this out there. I seen a stat where in the same amount of games that Andrew Luck has
Andrew Luck,
played, he has been hit more.
Joe Burrow has, yes.
Yes, yes. I think Andrew Luck was what 174, if I'm not mistaken, times he was hit.
Hmm.
And I think that was what, just 70 plus games.
I think
And
so, if I
it's
seen
in the
that
same
correctly.
amount of games for Burrow, he's been hit over 200 times.
They're not
200.
protecting him. I actually didn't think an offensive line was worse than ours, and then I remembered the Bengals. You know,
The Bengals said, hold my drink. I got something for you.
yeah, please have it. Yeah, here you go, brother. I'll hold it. I'll hold it. Go ahead.
Oh man. The Bills were able to beat the Jets. Sad thing for the Jets is that they will be missing Justin Fields this week. He's in concussion protocol and yeah, he was not able to make it out in time. So yes, he will be sidelined this week. Tyrod Taylor will be coming in. So we'll see what happens there with the Jets. Bills, obviously, they look really good.
Bill's steady looking strong, man. Steady, steady.
Hmm. The Lions got back on track. Were able to beat up on the Bears and Ben Johnson's homecoming was
Mm-hmm.
not too welcoming. Well, we like to
52,
both say
right?
52 to 21, brother. 52 to
50,
21.
52 wing piece dinner, man. That's
Jared,
wild.
Jared Goff had 5 touchdowns. Three of those were to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So, mm,
And that's what we expect the Lions to look like,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
honest here. But,
yeah.
it's not like the Bears got the greatest defense in the world, but it's more about Detroit bouncing back, I
Yes, yes.
think.
After an anemic performance against the Packers.
They were able to find ways to get Amon-Ra St. Brown open. Jared Goff was making his throws. Jameer Gibbs was doing his thing. They were able to establish a run game at the same time, too. So, yes, they did everything that needed to be done at every phase of the game.
Yep, yep. Um, Eagles and the game of it's supposed to be the game of the day, but I feel like the Giants took over that one. But
Man, yo,
the
that Eagles game was
Eagles,
boring, bro. Go
it was
ahead.
it was boring. Eagles were able to beat the Chiefs 20 to 17. Just my notes on this, Chiefs, they obviously need to figure out their offense. It's been very anemic over what the past like year or so now at this point. Um, but the Eagles, they also, I know they have a new offensive coordinator, so I know in time that they will get this down pat, but they had to figure out their offense as well too, their passing game specifically. AJ Brown through 2 games, 9 targets, 6 receptions, and only 35 yards.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Jalen Hurts, did he even get 100 yards if I'm not
He
mistaken?
he he just eclipsed it at 101.
Which is, and that's even, I don't know whether to give Philly their props for that or to knock them because Jalen Hurts, it's not, they can beat you at any way. Like is the realistic way to put it. Like that defense was able to take out Travis Kelsey. They were able to take out, 1-5's other other
Other
receivers
receivers, yeah.
in 1-5. Patrick Mahomes, he was scrambling a lot,
Hmm.
He was putting his shoulder down, trying to hype his team up, but it wasn't enough, especially against that Philly defense. And like that Philly defense did its thing. And for Jalen Hurts to barely eclipse 100 yards in a game.
It's
That's
it,
that is so telling to me about a team effort, number one, and it's also a room to be concerned.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, it's a little room to be concerned because as I looked at when I was watching Get Up the other day, watching the routes that they highlighted that AJ Brown was on. AJ Brown was running basically the same routes all game. Quick slants, the little hook and curls. Like he wasn't doing anything. They weren't even daring to go down the field.
Yeah, I think the game plan might have been to go to like Devontae though as well too. You know what I mean? Especially for the Chiefs game. Do you not think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah. I don't even know at this point. I don't even know what their game plan is because it's like I said, they don't look like it doesn't even look like they even want to pass the ball like that.
I'm gonna be. I agree. I agree.
And that's the frustrating part because it's like, bro, like you arguably have the best wide receiver duo in the game right now. And just along with AJ Brown, like AJ Brown is one of those guys. He's a dog, and they know that. But it's like, I don't know. It's just because even like think about it, Devontae, he only had 4 receptions and 53 yards in that
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So it's like, it, just I put it to you like this: for the team to come back as a whole like this and basically only lose one starter on offense, it's very it's a letdown right now. Their offense is a letdown right now.
I,
And and and
but they're not Buffalo. I'm sorry, they're not Buffalo and they're not Detroit. Like Detroit could put numbers on you. Buffalo could put numbers on you. I hesitate if Philly could put numbers on you.
so is this next team that they're about to face in the LA Rams.
Yo, dude, like they fly so like under the radar
They are
too.
they are probably the most underrated team I think in like a while. And
Yo,
bro,
like
we're not
Matthew
talking.
Stafford slinging that thing, bro.
What him and Puka are just on the same page. And what's my boy name over there? Um, oh my goodness, Adams.
Devontae.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, when you give Matthew Stafford a receiver like Devontae, come on, bro.
What? Come on now. It's like watching him and Aaron Rodgers part two again. Like along with another threat on the other side. So like now that frees up space. And then think about it. Whoever Quinyon Mitchell isn't guarding, you just gonna attack what's his face? Adoree Jackson, if I'm not
Adoree
mistaken.
Jackson, even Cooper DeJean, you could attack,
Hmm.
especially with that Rams offense. You can attack them. Definitely. Detroit, I really do think Detroit can attack them as well, too.
Yeah, yeah. If Detroit meets them, I'm not sure if they have them on the schedule, but yeah, no, if Detroit meets them, whether it's regular season or playoffs, yeah, that would be something to look at. That would definitely be something to look at. But moving on, Falcons were able to defeat the Vikings 22-6. McCarthy, he still has a long way to go. Dude,
Yeah.
two interceptions, couldn't really get anything going. He's gonna be out what it looks like could be the next 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. So they're gonna have
Mm,
Carson Wentz coming in for the Vikings.
okay. I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but O'Connell, he's like the quarterback whisperer. So any veteran quarterback that goes over to him just seems like they just do good. So I'm actually kind of excited to see Carson Wentz next week because
I think
I know.
Carson Wentz could definitely show out for that Viking squad.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially with some good, they have great receivers over there with
Hmm.
Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson and things of that nature. Also, they will be missing Aaron Jones. He's on
Hmm.
IR with a hamstring injury. Watch out for that
Mm.
as well. So Jordan Mason will be taking the bulk of the carries. But yeah, Atlanta, Bijan Robinson right now, he's the man. 143 rushing yards on the ground, man. He's
Yeah,
dominating.
yeah. Bijan is just that dude at the end of the day, like that, and that's I'm gonna put a button on it at that. He is that dude.
Hmm.
He's probably number two, number three running back right now, like for real.
Easily, easily. Bucks were able to defeat the Texans. Baker led the Bucks on an 11 play, 80-yard drive to cap off with a Rashard White touchdown with 6 seconds left in the game. Oh man, the Baker man, he's a gamer, dude.
Yo,
He's probably
Baker
he.
gonna give you a good game every game, dude.
I can't lie, man. He's probably like my favorite player to watch right now. He's so
Word.
good. He's so good. It's his energy, man. It's his energy. No matter what happens, whether he has a bad play, good play, he just keeps it going, man. He just keeps it going. That type of stuff. You need that type of stuff. You need that type of stuff, especially especially with that type of team too, a very talented team like that. Yeah, yeah.
I seen him hit Mike Evans a couple of times, like that slant to Mike Evans, like short yardage situations. You need 8, 9, 10, 11 yards, bro. The way Baker was just hitting him, and I love how Mike Evans, like at certain points, he would catch that ball and he'd just go down, like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Get
Mm-hmm.
his yardage and boom, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this first down, boom. It's they are also another very underrated team, man.
Yes.
Like if you catch them on a good night, on a good Sunday, on a good Monday, and everything's hitting for them, they're there as well too.
Yeah.
There's somebody that like Philly should be a little worried about,
Yeah, yeah. Especially
especially
with
with the Todd Bowles led defense, which we talk about pretty much. I feel like all the
all the
time
time.
now.
Yeah, yeah. I was just about to mention it too.
Like
All the
literally,
time.
bro. Come on now.
All the
Come
time.
on. Come on.
The Chargers, man, their defense is good. Intercepted Geno Smith 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Tough, tough, tough defense right there. Justin Herbert, he looks good. I think he looked like he's ready for prime time now. He looked like he's ready for prime time.
I ain't gonna put that on yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him because the way that he's been able to connect with his receivers,
Mm-hmm.
Johnston, Lad McConkey, uh, getting back Keenan Allen, that's a huge boost right there too. And then, on the run game, they still have a lot of work to do. Najee Harris is really good. Obviously, coming in from Pittsburgh. Omari Hampton has work to do. Young
Mm-hmm.
guy. He has a promising future, but he had a crucial fumble at
Mm.
the end of the game that almost allowed the Raiders to come back, but they couldn't. They obviously couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's week 2 for you. Moving on to week 3, we already talked about Joe Burrow and his injury, Justin Fields and his injury, Jaden Daniels. I believe he's still uncertain with a knee sprain, so that's something to look out for.
Okay.
Ravens will lose edge rusher Kyle Van Noy to a hamstring injury for a little while, and Bears lose their cornerback Jalen Johnson to a groin injury, and he will be out indefinitely. So that's big for them because obviously the Bears need everybody that they can get.
I mean, they just got 52 wing piece dinner put on them. So
Yeah, yeah,
what
that's
you gave me no confidence, brother. And then you lose one person. Yeah, yeah. You know what?
it's over. It's
It's
over.
about get Caleb Williams out of there, bro. That's what it's going. That's going to be the conversation at the end of the year. Get him out of there.
They just can't figure it out. They just cannot figure it out. Thursday night football, we had Bills and the Dolphins. Obviously everybody thought that the Bills would run away with it, but the Dolphins they stayed intact for a good amount of time
And
until
then,
until Tua. Oh man, with 3 minutes left to go. Ooh, they were so close. They were so close to
yo,
tying that
I'm
game
I'm
up.
really going to tell you something. There is like a few players in this league. If there's a few seconds left to go, I don't know if I want the ball in their hands. I'm gonna be so honest with you here. Especially throwing a deep route. Tua is one of those people.
Bro, and the problem is he didn't even throw a deep route.
He
He
did.
threw a
He
he,
let dude.
he
He
tried to
looked
look
all
over
down that right side of the field.
he tried to look off one defender on one side, but didn't see the other defender on the other side of the receiver, and then that's when the interception came, and that's what basically locked up the game after that. So
'Cause they were driving down the field too, and like they had a chance to tie it, bro. They
yeah,
really did.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
right there.
Over the game, I started to have more and more belief in him. I'm
I
like, all
had
right
faith.
now.
I had faith.
I'm like, all right.
I thought they was going to give Buffalo their first L. I really
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. But just can't
Them
let that
division games
happen.
are tricky. You always said that to me.
Yeah.
Those division games are tricky.
So never sleep on them.
But
So
Buffalo did what they had to do at the end of the day.
yeah, yeah, 31-21. They ended up doing what they had to do. Josh Allen, he's the man, bro. He's the
Let's
man.
just be honest here. I'm gonna be honest here. Buffalo and Baltimore are just on another crash course to like the semis of the playoffs. Like it's
Yeah,
just a crash course.
yeah, yeah. I can see them, but with the way that it's going right now, I could definitely see them fighting for who gets to the Super Bowl.
Definitely, definitely, most
Um,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. We only got about like 5 more minutes left, so we'll go into college football.
Yeah.
So, this upcoming week, we actually got some pretty good games. Texas Tech, number 17 Texas Tech's going into number 16 Utah. That's gonna be a good one.
Okay,
Um, I'm looking for the other one. Oh, Michigan, number 21 Michigan going into Nebraska. I like that one a lot. Number 22 Auburn going into number 11 Oklahoma.
that's a good one.
That's
That's
gonna
a
be a
great
good
one.
one. Florida going into number 4 Miami. Can DJ Lagway bounce back after throwing how many did he have? 4 interceptions, I think it
Four, I
was.
think. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Number 9 Illinois going into number 19 Indiana. That's gonna be
Illinois
another
better
good
be
one.
careful.
Yeah, yeah. Shoot, both of them teams better be careful, man. It's tough over there. It's tough
Mm-hmm.
over there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, yeah, college football, man, it's heating up right now. They
College it's about to get like I don't consider it that nitty gritty just yet,
just yet,
but
but
it's right.
we
It's getting there. It's
yeah,
getting there,
yeah, yeah. And then what next week is basically when I think most conferences will start conference play.
and that's even just bigger. Like that's
That's
just
yeah, and I think that's when the real nitty gritty starts. That's when
exactly
it really gets popping. But yeah, one team that I did want to talk about a little bit was Clemson.
okay.
They got beat by Georgia Tech. Kate Klubnik came in as a Heisman hopeful, one of the Heisman favorites, along with Grant Nussmeier and Arch Manning. And yeah, no, just has not been panning out. They were down 14 to 0 to Georgia Tech going into the half. They clawed their way back, but then Georgia Tech, they just made the right plays at the end on that last drive to get themselves that field goal, and then yeah, knocking off Clemson and basically knocking them out of the rankings now.
I'm gonna be so honest. I love the fact that like it's never just a gimme like that, no more. I'm
Hmm
not gonna say it's never a gimme. Like if Alabama or Georgia's playing, I don't know, just I'm trying to think of a real low ranked school right now. If they were playing them, we know Alabama, Georgia putting up 70, Ohio State putting up 70. But that gap has shortened a lot. And that's what I love to see. The fact that like we could talk about Georgia Tech just the way you did and like
Yeah.
you were so excited about it. That's what makes college football great. And like, there's cons to the transfer portal and the NIL and stuff, but like there's also pros too. And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this is part of those pros. Like we're getting a lot more closer in competition between a lot of schools who are fighting for those 12 roster spot, excuse me,
shoot.
12 college football playoff spot.
There you go.
Yeah,
Think about like Vanderbilt. Like I said before,
exactly.
before last year, we weren't talking about Vanderbilt. They knocked off Alabama. Now everybody's talking about Vanderbilt. But then guess what? Just last week, they knocked off a South Carolina team
Hmm.
at South Carolina.
Hmm.
So it's like now we have no choice but to turn our eyes to Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt is building themselves a nice resume over there.
They about to sneak in, son.
They might mess around and do it. They got some more tough games. I think they still got Tennessee. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they still got Georgia. I don't have their schedule right in front of me right
Tennessee is
now.
not bad either.
Yeah, no, Tennessee is good. Tennessee almost won against Georgia.
Yeah,
Almost
yeah.
won against Georgia, but
They were that close.
Georgia, they just, Georgia, Kirby Smart, his whole staff, they've been there, done that. They know how to get the best out of their players, and that's what they did.
Hmm.
That's what they
Definitely.
did. So yeah, watch out for some of those games that we mentioned just a little bit earlier for this Saturday. I know you guys love
Definitely.
that. Shout outs to the WNBA. They're officially in the playoffs right now. The Minnesota Lynx were able to sweep the Golden State Valkyries, and now they will await the winner of the Mercury and Liberty, who play Friday night, and the winner take all in game 3. For
Hmm.
those who don't know how it goes. So first round is best of three, second round is best of five, and now the finals round is now best of seven. So
as it should be.
yep,
You know,
yep. So,
I'm happy with that best of three though, best of five as well too. Makes
yep.
it go quicker, makes every game mean a lot more. I'm very,
hmm
very happy with that.
hmm the Aces were able to beat the Storm 2-1. The Storm had come back in game two. I think they were down by like what 15 or a little more. They were to
Mhm.
come back, win that one by three, and then they almost stole it against the Aces, but just lost it as they couldn't make the shot at the buzzer. Indiana, another team that I think shocked a lot of people going in defeating the Dream, which was a pretty good. I'm pretty sure with Caitlin Clark being out and a couple others, people didn't give them their due, but they fought, and there's a reason why they got girls like Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston over there
Aaliyah
because they
Boston,
because they
yep,
can
yep.
hoop, and those girls can hoop, bro. So next round is
You
gonna be
want to talk
fun.
about nitty gritty? Best of three is as nitty and gritty as a very well gets, dude.
Every shot, every possession means everything.
Like, and it feels like it means a little bit more than a play-in sometimes, like for the NBA,
Big
because
time.
best of three, it's like, all right, you get another chance and you get another opportunity, you know, and it creates a different dynamic,
Yeah,
to say the least.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So for all of those who might not know what's going on in WNBA, might want
Let's
to
go, New
brush up
York
on it a
Liberty.
little
You
bit.
already know. Come on,
Hey, yeah, they're in the winner take all right now for
come on.
against the Mercury. So
Let's go, New York. Give me another one
they
since the Knicks and Brooklyn can't get one.
uh,
Neither can the Rangers or the Devil. Whatever. Let's go, Liberty. Let's
hey,
go.
Liberty got one last year, so we'll see if they could do it again. But they most definitely embarrassed. They most definitely got embarrassed, excuse me, by the Mercury
They did.
on Wednesday. If I or
Yes.
was that Tuesday? I forgot. Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So we'll see. We will see. But that's our episode for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as we did. And
Always.
yeah, we'll be back next week for more. But till then, I'm your host, Cam Silver,
I'm your co-host Kyle Silver.
and this is the Silver Boys.
Thank you. Thank you.